So here we are. Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Larson, and this is Read, Write, and Cite, channel where I teach you how to read, write, and cite for your college classes. So it's if you check, it's been a little while since I've recorded a new video because I've been working on a lot of big projects. This is one of them. I wrote a textbook because I wanted to take all the things that I've been doing on this channel and in my college classes to take all these important concepts that we cover and just distill them down into an accessible and approachable way. So I wrote this book. So Read, Write, and Cite, published by Kendall Hunt Publishing Company. I can put links if you're interested. I just kind of want to summarize what the book is. So I break up what I think are perhaps the 12 most important concepts that you learn in a college English class. I call them lessons. And that is the first 100 pages of the book. And then after that, I've got about 50 pages of activities and assignments. The kinds of things I do with my the 3 college classes that I kind of teach over and over. So, as a student, what good is this to you? Well, I mean, if you're in one of my classes, you might be using this book, or if you're just interested in kind of an accessible book that just hits on the big ideas. It doesn't cover everything in English. I don't explain everything there is to know about every single part of grammar, part of speech. I don't cover all the things. I cover what I feel as an English teacher are the most important things that I want my students to understand before they finish my class. That's what I cover. So let's take a peek at this so you get an idea what it is. First lesson, why is English so complicated? Ooh, get focus right. Why is English so complicated? I go through a history of how the English language is formed, which kind of explains why some of the rules don't make sense, and then what that means for you as a student. Lesson 2, how to write a sentence. I go through the four different kinds of... and at the end of each... Sorry. I don't know how well you can see that. At the end of each lesson, there are QR codes that link out to videos on this channel, so that you get a little more, and then it kind of reviews what was covered in that lesson. Okay, so in lesson 2, I go over the 4 different kinds of sentences, and I break down subject, predicate, complete thought, so you kind of understand. And then I go through the parts of speech. I give examples and kind of define themes. And then there's a bunch of videos that line up with that. All right, lesson 3, how to punctuate a sentence. I explain commas. It's the most important punctuation that confuses people. So I go through commas and we talk a little bit about clauses, phrases. This is when I go through all the different kinds of sentences. Okay. And then QR codes, links, suggested activities that from the back of the book. Lesson 4, how to write a paragraph. Talk about different strategies to organize your thoughts logically and whatever when you're writing a paragraph. Some of the basic concepts for what a paragraph is. But again, not everything, just what's probably most important. Critical reading, how to read critically. Some of the things that you kind of need to know when you're in a college class. Some suggested activities from the back of the book and notes. Lesson 6, how to write with a purpose, which I think is incredibly important. Kind of focuses on starting with the instructions and not forgetting the instructions for an assignment the whole way through. And then it leads into 7. I go through writing process. A couple pictures, charts. Writing. So lesson 7 is how to write an outline. I tell my students this is the most important thing that I teach, because that helps you to avoid problems and make sure that your writing, when you actually get the words on the page, has what it needs to have. So I explain outlining, I go in depth, give some sample outlines and examples. Yeah, and then videos. Then once you've gone through writing process and purpose and outlining, then you're ready to write an essay. I talk about a couple different kinds of essays: personal narrative, reader response, critical analysis. Then videos, links. Then get to lesson 9 about rhetoric. Now that we've know some basics, you can go into ethos, logos, pathos, and understand some of those important concepts. And then it goes back into outlining and how to incorporate rhetoric into your outlines. Then videos. Then how to write about literature, specifically like a literary analysis essay. Talk about some of the things that are kind of unique to literature. Review some concepts about reading, and then, all the videos that I currently have that link to it, QR codes. Then we get to how to use sources effectively. This is the big one on theory about citing sources. So we talk about academic research, kind of how to structure your writing so that you are using sources effectively. And then links to videos. MLA's updated a couple times, so I try to explain the theory behind it as opposed to just here are the rules, because you can always search that somewhere else. Then there's a lesson on research specifically, and then it goes through proposals, annotated bibliographies versus literature reviews, research papers specifically. Then I give some examples, a sample paper, kind of how to format, what it looks like. And then you get to the activities. So you can kind of tell what I think are some of the most important concepts. If you're a teacher listening to this, maybe you're like, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do this. Yeah, I didn't write this book to be the only book you would ever need for English to answer every single possible question. It's 150 pages. But what I did do was try to get, if someone doesn't plan on going into English to teach or to write for a career, this still covers all the things, all the skills that they need or you would need for your other college classes or career, whatever that might be. So, all the basics from parts of speech, writing the paragraphs and writing with the purpose, outlining, getting your ideas organized, using logic, rhetoric to present information, how to conduct research, and those are the most important concepts, right? Anyway, I just want to do a quick rundown. I plan on doing some more videos consistently. I took a break. So in that break, I got this done. I made a movie, like a 2-hour movie, which we're premiering in about a month in my local town. So I've been busy on a lot of big projects. And of course we had COVID, which was, still is happening and affecting us. But I want to get back into this. We hit some big milestones. We hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel. It's been so cool over this whole pandemic that these videos have been useful and helpful for people all over the world. I may have mentioned this in a different video. I had one of my students who went on to Stanford, and he got there, and then his teacher at Stanford's assigns to watch one of my videos to help with his English class. So he sent me a screenshot, sent that back to me, which I thought was kind of funny. Wherever you're coming from, whether you're a college student, a high school student, or you're just trying to brush up on some of your skills, thank you for being part of this. I appreciate it, and I'm probably going to record another video right now so we can get the ball rolling. So thank you for being here. If you have more questions about the textbook, feel free to send me a message, or just I'll put the link for the publisher in there if that's something you're interested in. So thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.